Good evening, we are Trademark Consulting and we are here to present the final iteration of our proposal to ABC Corporation. Trademark Consulting consists of Joe, Drew, Skylar, Chasney, Lena, Darian, Ryan, Marcus, Dean, Farouz, and Nate. The goals and focuses of this proposal continue on from our first iteration and include things such as to implement a campus-wide network and server infrastructure, security system including monitoring and remote access, implement a campus-wide wireless network, solution must be in compliance with multiple different regulations, and services such as email, internet access, common printing, and building access control system will be included. The assumptions with this proposal again continue on from iteration 1 and include things such as employees have Windows computers at their desks, employees have a phone at their desk, fiber connections are made to each building, all home run to the JSC building, cottages 1 through 8 have fiber that runs to cottage 9 before going to JSC, and current servers include payroll, accounting, and inventory. A quick summary of things to be covered in this proposal include the equipment with pricing, physical diagram, logical diagram, IP addressing, along with the wireless strategy, the fiber cut sheet, cost to wire infrastructure, security strategy, services recommendations, the Bdr Plan, our packet tracer file, the implementation timeline, all leading up to the final budget. We are presenting two options of equipment pricing, the first being the stacked equipment version. Here we have 10 Cisco 3650 24-port switches coming in at just over $35,000 and 3,000 feet of Cat6 Ethernet cable up from the last iteration at $480. This total for this plan comes to $121,000 and just over $100. Our second option for equipment includes less Cisco 3650 switches down to 5 from 10, as well as all of our wireless access points and including 2 rack enclosures. This total comes to $103,491, adding on another about $9,000 for backup redundant equipment to be on standby.
In this logical diagram, internet connections will be made at the main JSC building where the two 4500 Layer 3 switches are housed. These will be stacked in VSS, which is virtual switching state and essentially allows the two physical devices to logically be managed as one. 3650 switches in each building will be configured similarly to the 4500s. They will be stacked in buildings with existing fiber runs and can be logically managed as one device per building. This simplifies network management and makes keeping track of all the devices much easier. All existing fiber connections will be used. All of the 3650 switches in the buildings will be connected back to the 4500s in JSC redundantly. This means that the top switches in each stack will be connected to each other, and the same goes for the bottom switches in each stack. This ensures that traffic can still traverse the network in case a piece of hardware were to fail. This diagram also includes a high-level overview of IP addresses that will be assigned to VLANs within ABC Corporation.
Our second equipment option cuts down on initial hardware costs by about $20,000, while still maintaining redundancy. Instead of stacking switches in each building, redundant equipment, as seen in the redundant equipment section, will be housed in the main building, ready in case of hardware failure. These redundant equipments cost about $9,000, and when added to the initial total of our second plan of $103,000, still comes out less than the stacked equipment version. These two options are available to ABC Corporation.
For IP addressing, the major network 192.168.0.0 with a /21 subnet mask will be used. ABC Corporation requires 635 addresses, and this address block provides 2,046. Of the addresses in the allocated subnets, 898 of those will currently be used. 45% of the available major network address space is being used, so there is plenty of room for growth if ABC Corporation decides to increase in size. 71% of the subnetted network address space is being used, so there's also plenty of room for growth within the allocated subnets. VLANs at ABC Corporation have been decided by department. These departments include administration, financial, secure wireless, cameras, locks, card readers, etc., residences, student wireless, detention, guest wireless, skill builders wireless, TASC, human resources, maintenance, personnel, and quality assurance. The allocated size for these VLANs is as close as possible to the actual needed size. For example, administration required 60 IP addresses and it was allocated 62. Another example of this is secure wireless needing 30 and being allocated 30. This ensures there are plenty of IP addresses left over in the larger block for later growth. As previously mentioned, a wireless network will be implemented at ABC Corporation. This wireless network will consist of a Cisco 5508 wireless controller managing Cisco 3700 APs. These APs have been placed throughout the campus to ensure total campus connectivity. All of these access points will be secured using WPA2 Enterprise to ensure proper security compliance.
Displayed here is a brief look at our fiber cut sheet. Displayed here is our cost to wire infrastructure, also included in our final budget, for 300 cable drops coming in at $52,500. This also includes labor costs.
Continuing with security, physical security is the first layer of protecting the network. Physical security can include, but is not limited to, doors, door locks, card readers, and cameras. Having these measures in place ensures that unauthorized personnel will be kept away from all of the networking equipment. It should be noted that employees are typically the weakest point of security in any business, so the staff should always remain vigilant of all people. If someone that should not be accessing a room or piece of equipment is found doing so, it should be reported to the IT staff. As previously mentioned, security cameras should be implemented and regularly monitored at ABC Corporation. Security cameras will help to track the amount of people that enter ABC Corporation, and in the event that there are any issues, the cameras can be essential in helping identify the individual who caused the issue. For actual network security, shutting down unused ports, empty VLANs, and frequently changing passwords are all simple security network tactics to protect network integrity. Access control lists are another great way to ensure that only legitimate traffic is being processed. Firewalls, antivirus software, multi-step authentication, and personal security will also be recommended. These are chosen off of ABC's desire, however, personal security should be treated as a number one priority. Training of employees on simple, safe internet practices should be the first step in any network security improvement. ABC Corporation should choose to implement intrusion detection systems in order to keep track of potential unwanted traffic on the network.
Additional service strategies. For physical security and building access, we recommend that a list of all facility access points and installed locks be kept on premise, as well as we determine the operational needs of personnel who may need authorization to specific areas, such as service, repair, or cleaning crews. We recommend that policies are created which dictate responsible access control and management to stay within the scope of this project. For network security recommendations, we recommend that you train employees on safe internet and network practices to keep the staff educated at all times, as well as recommend to implement intrusion detection systems to identify unwanted traffic on the network. A big addition to our final iteration of our proposal to ABC Corporation is our Bdr Plan. Some objectives are to ensure the security of ABC Corporation's system and to ensure the objectives are cost-effective and reasonable to perform. Triggering events of the Bdr Plan include total loss of communications, total loss of power, weather damage on the premises, and a cybersecurity attack. Displayed here is a screen grab from our packet tracer file, which will be included with the proposal. The packet tracer file includes a functioning model of the network we would be implementing at ABC Corporation. Pictured here is a Gantt chart for Trademark Consulting's implementation for ABC Corporation. As you can see, each individual section of the implementation is clearly defined, and the entire process will take about 35 weeks. This Gantt chart is further explained in our paper. This concludes the presentation of the final iteration of Trademark Consulting's proposal to ABC Corporation. We will now field any questions at this time.